everyone, and welcome to card number 6 in my 12 cards of Christmas, although it's not going to be. The month just whizzed by. I can't tell you how fast. And we are leaving to head up to my parents for Christmas, but we're leaving on Christmas Eve. So that means I'm gotta, get laundry done and get packed, and thankfully we have all the presents wrapped, the ones from us and then the ones from Santa. Excuse me, which helps. But because we're leaving Christmas Eve night, or afternoon, something like that, we decided that Tuesday was going to be our Christmas, and we're going to open up gifts from everyone. So, over the weekend, as I was getting my to-do list together and realized it was just going to grow and grow and grow, and I had so much stuff to get done between that Friday night and Tuesday, I realized that I'm not going to be able to get 6 more cards in, and I was kind of bummed, but I am impressed with myself that I at least got halfway through. So, on that note, excuse me, we are going to dive right into this card. I am going to be making a shape card shaker. Okay? But we're also going to do I'm also going to do a technique that I hadn't done before. But I thought I would try it out for myself, and it worked. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and we're going to dive right in. So let's go. Okay, so first thing is I cut this image out. Let me get the image. This image out using the Joys of Christmas Cricut cartridge, and it is a snow globe, and I thought it would be very fitting for a shaker card. And I have misplaced something, so give me 1 second to find it. Okay. I forgot to grab the paste. Okay, so this is my shaker card. This is the base of the card. Well, this is the outline of the card, and then this is the base. So I have a piece of white cardstock so that I can write on the inside, and then a black for my border. So since it's a shape card, I didn't want to lose the integrity. Not to mention, I also didn't want to try and adjust this to fit inside the card. So I decided to use the white as the backing. And the nice part, it's got that nice flat edge, so I can find it. I can, line it up and get a nice straight line. So I think we're just going to score it. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to score this, because this will be the part that we open and close. And put this away, because I don't need that anymore. So I'm just going to kind of bend it back and forth. Okay, and I'm going to take my, let's see if this red line tape. This is just some red line tape that I got at Michael's. So we're just going to place that on there. I'm not worried about it overhanging too much. I do want to cut that off, because I will just peel it back, or fold it over on itself, I should say. Oh, I only bought that because I couldn't find any other strong adhesive. There we go. Now we're going to take one of these, the black piece, and these two are the same size, so they should butt up nice and even. And yeah, looks pretty good. It's a little off, but that's okay. And I do believe that this is a 5x7. I think, well, roughly. I made it, about 6 inches tall. And then it's the widest part. Be about 4.5, so it's about a little over 4x6 size card. So now we have the top that'll open, so as it stands, obviously it's a little hard to show you, but as it stands it'll stand like that still. Okay? So next we're going to take our, so I'll show you. Okay, so this is the piece that we have to go on top, and I wanted to do red and green, although I had forgotten about the green element, but I do have that. And then this is the part that goes over, so this would be like the dome, or the globe part. So to turn this into a shaker, I'm going to take my Spellbinders. I believe this is the small, and it's the largest in the smalls, to cut out the opening. And through the power of the fact that I don't want to fight around my machine right now, we have the circle. So now we have this, and then this can go on the inside as our back piece. So let's go ahead and work on this for a minute. So I'm just going to take the snowflakes from the Critters in the Snow stamp set, and we're just going to stamp them all over. It doesn't really matter which way is up, which way isn't. It does not have to be any real rhyme or reason. We're just, I think I will turn that though. There we go. Stamp one off there. Let's see. Oh, that one didn't, well, that's okay. That's okay. And then, there we go. Okay. And I used Memento Sky Blue ink, my little dewdrop. So, we're going to give that a second, and we're going to get into the fun technique. So, I have a piece of acetate here that I just took my outline or my globe and laid it down and then cut just under so that it would fit inside. And I didn't do this in my last shaker card. I didn't realize that it had it. But there's a piece of film on top of it. You want to peel that off and throw it away. And now I'm going to take my Ranger's Texture Paste. And you want to have a tub of water handy. You don't want this to dry on your tools or on your stencil. Oops. And you also don't want to leave it open. Okay, so we're going to get the stencil, and this is the Snow Falling stencil from Simon Says Stamp. And you really don't have to worry too much about where to place it, just however you like it, and I think I want like that. And then you want to hold it down. Well, I'm going to hold it down. That was the wrong place. And I just have it on the cardstock so you could see what I'm doing. And then I have my acetate taped down on my cardstock with some removable adhesive. So you're just going to get, you know, a good dollop. And you're going to spread it around. At this point you can do it as thick as you want, as thin as you want. I kept mine pretty level, and then scrape off whatever's left. Oops. Back into there. Now this is the first time I've ever used any kind of paste. Put it down there. Here we go. I've seen Nicole McGort use it, and a few other ladies, and I think it just looked like so much fun that I came across it in a store finally and decided I'd go ahead and get it. So it does have a smell, but it's not too bad. I wouldn't like stick your nose in it. So you do just want to kind of go back and forth. I missed a little spot right there. Make it as even as you can. Okay, I'm going to put my tool in my water. close that up. And then be very careful lifting it up. You kind of want to just lift. Okay. Peel off the Post-its. We'll submerge that in upside down. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to move this and show you the one I have finished. I put on a piece of black cardstock so you could really see it. I think it just looks really cool. Really cool. So, and it does come off pretty easy. So if you decide, so if you find that it's not going to stick very well around the edges, I just used my fingernail and just kind of scraped it where I didn't want the dots to be, and it popped off just fine. But as you can see, a little bit of effort, and I mean, it's dry, it's nice, it's, so it will look like this when we're done. I think it's a very cool effect. But now I can kind of see where I want to maybe remove some of these. And I'm sure that there's got to be an easier way of getting these off. I just don't know. There we go. Okay. So I think I decided that I'm going to have it so that the texture part is inside. I'm not 100% sure on any of it. I think it's just going to kind of see how things go. So we're going to take our black piece of paper, move that out of the way. We are going to take our base here and we're going to put this down where we want it. Trying to line it up as best I can. Oh no, it doesn't want to line up. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to take some adhesive. Where did I put my adhesive? I don't know. Well, I was on a roll. I am also trying to get this done before my kids show back up. So we have the little goof, so I think we're going to put that right down here, kind of at the bottom. I'm not too concerned about it. I think it just gives it a little more character. But now you have this placed right where you want it to be. Okay, and since this is the inside, it's not really going to matter. I would normally have put an extra piece of white around, but I kind of like it. It's supposed to look see-through, right? So we're going to put our little polar bear down here at the bottom. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment up here at the top. And I'm going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black. Stamp it off. I haven't used this stamp, so I want to make sure that it'll give me good coverage. Well, here's hoping. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and stick that right there. Very nice. Close that up. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put our tape around on here. Now I have this red one is 1/4 inch, and then I also have an 1/8 inch, which I'll be using down here. And this will hold our acetate piece. Now since this is a round object, obviously, I'm going to have to do this in kind of a stage, which I didn't think ahead of time, and I can't seem to find my other strong adhesive, so that's okay. Peel that up so we can stick that down. Doesn't have to be perfect. No one's going to see this side, right? Just want it to hold the acetate in place. I'm going to lift up this. Oh. Oh my goodness. Try not to overlap the red and the tape. There we go. I don't mind overlapping the tape, I just don't want to overlap the red. Okay, and then the same thing here. Just going to take it, and I think I'm just going to try and finagle it to round itself. Okay. And one more piece. Again, overlapping without overlapping. Alright. Whew, there we go. Now we take the 1/8 of an inch that I forgot to open. Give me just a second. Oh. Ooh, okay. Almost set it on my drying stuff. And then we'll just take this and put it right there. Perfect. Okay, so now we have a nice, hopefully what will be a nice solid. So at this point I guess I would have to decide which way I want it to go. And I think maybe we will do texture side up. That'll be fun. So go ahead and put all of this down. I'm going to crease down where these folds ended up. Oh. The only other problem with red line tape is that it's very staticky. The little red backings don't always want to come up. I'm going to have to go out and buy me some of the score tape, because I've heard that that is a nice strong adhesive and it tears nicely, and it's paper backing. There we go. Okay. So line this up. Give it a nice squish down. Again, I'm not concerned about any tape that's hanging over this because it's all going to get covered up with foam anyways. So there we go. We have our nice little acetate piece. Now we're going to attempt to take off the backing here. I thought I had it started. Oy. Okay. I'd rather scratch where it's not going to be seen than, you know what I mean? So, has everyone gotten their shopping done? I would kind of hope by now. Or, well, I usually am a last minute. Actually, I'm more of a last minute gift wrapper than anything else. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder that there's not a backing on this side. Because it is just not peeling up no matter what I do. Okay, so I don't think there's a backing on this side. I thought there was. I really did. So, it's a good thing I had the removable adhesive, although I would have gotten the alcohol wipe so I could really get the look of glue off of there. I'm bound and determined to find out, but I don't think there is. I had a small piece of acetate I was going to... Okay, so we'll just say that there isn't and call it a day. So this is what it's going to look like. I think it's going to look fabulous. We're going to go ahead and glue down... Oh, excuse me. Hopefully nobody else in the family is giving me their cold. That would kind of suck. It's become a tradition for my husband to get sick every Christmas. Although last year I don't think he got sick. Alright. I stick him down. And there we go. And now to get out my foam. I have two different sizes of foam here. And I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to take my embossing buddy here and just, ooh. Oh, I happen to have rubbing alcohol. I forgot I picked some up yesterday. See if I can't rub that off. Move the adhesive residue. There we go. That should be okay, hopefully. Yeah, it'll be fine. And then we're going to also do here, because we're going to use glitter as our shaker element. Now, I don't normally use glitter because it gets everywhere, but I thought it would be fun. And I have the Tim Holtz Rock Candy glitter, so. So just gonna twist this and get it in place. And we're actually going to cut this into a pretty small strip to fit down there. Again, it does not have to be neat or perfect. You want it within so that no one can see the foam, but you really just want it to stay covered so that nothing escapes. Take another foam strip here. Oops, just one use one. And we'll go ahead and butt that right up. Oh, I apologize, I think I'm off camera. And the nice stuff, this is a Recollections foam adhesive, and it's a nice depth, as well as there is, got a nice foam, or it's nice and flexible is the word I was looking for. There we go. Okay, so that is what that'll look like. Now, because I don't want to make a huge mess, I'm actually going to go ahead and put the glitter, ouch, in the center here of my bear, just so I know exactly where it's going, because I don't want to mess up lining this up. If it was a square card, that would be one thing. And let me grab a, I don't have any. Alright, this will be fine. We'll be fine. I was going to grab a piece of scratch paper, but I'm not shaking it off. So we'll just put a nice mound in the center here. Close that back up. Ooh. And peel off all of our strips and hope. And I think I need to trim this piece off here. Just a second. Just fixing my shaker bit. Just not confident that that was going to be sealed. There we go. I think it'll be sealed now. Because I'd hate to send this out and... Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and place this I put a little much in. That's okay. That looks like he's buried in the snow. I actually kind of like that. So let's shake that and then drop it. There we go. I think that's really cute. And it doesn't leak. Yay! Ah. Okay, so note to self, a little less next time. That's okay. Okay, so now we're going to take our green ribbon here, and this is just some ribbon I've got from Joann's or Michael's last year. Find the end. And I'm going to remove the tape like I thought I had. And we're going to wrap it down here around the base. So let's snip. And I just thought that this needed just a little bit of something down here, just because there's this huge empty space, and I wasn't originally planning on putting the sentiment there. Okay. My husband has walked off with the tape, so we'll use this. My room is a gigantic mess. I've got his presents stacked up over here. He's getting a Warhammer from Game of Thrones. It's just craziness. So I've got that hidden, and with all the kids' stuff, just crazy, crazy. Ooh. Okay. So I'm flip it back over, make sure that it is straight here on the front. It is. Okay, I got that squished down. Peel this one up. Help that hold a bit. And because we have foam on the front, we're not going to put any foam on the back. We're just going to go ahead and use the ATG. going to take our card base. I'm going to go ahead and center this up as best as I can at this point. Stick it down. And we're going to take a little more of the green, and we're going to flip it over. We're going to tie a bow into it. Actually, we are not going to, yes we will. I have to decide what kind of bow I want to do. There we go. I'll just do this one. Now no. I am not fond of that. So this is what we're going to do. Give me 1 second, folks. Again, like I said, this card was mostly thought through. I had most of it figured out. I'm going to take the bow maker. And we're going to use this to make a bow. It's actually very easy. Just take your piece of string, wrap it around, under, over, around, and through. And you have a cute little bow. I like to fiddle with it on there for a bit, and then actually there we go. Sorry about this. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get the bow to turn the way I want it to. There we go. There we go. I'd like the shinier side up. And then I just take my bows, take the bow, and just tighten it a bit. Oh my goodness. This ribbon is not cooperating, and my kids will be home soon. So let's make it one more bigger. Maybe that's it. Oh, okay, I see where I went wrong. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better, although I like the smaller bow best. But that's okay. That's okay. I can fiddle with it more later. And then we'll just stick it right on there. Grab a, we'll go with the 3/8 size Blue Dot. It's a little bit smaller and should fit nicely. Fold it over on itself, and then we will stick it down, and there you have it, guys. Let me move this out of the way. You have your Snow Globe shaker card. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic Christmas season, or excuse me, Hanukkah season, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you're celebrating here in the next week or so, or have already celebrated. I hope it was a wonderful one. It is going to be a wonderful one. And I hope that everybody gets what they wanted, wish for, as such. Thanks so much for watching, and have a safe and wonderful holiday season. Happy crafting. Bye. Oh, and a Happy New Year too. I won't be back until after the New Year. So I hope you have a safe and happy New Year's Eve as well. Bye.